And welcome back to Let's Play Outward. So, we have a bit of time to burn now, and I figure this might be a good time to have a decent look at all the vendors in town and see what they're peddling. And yeah, I'm a bit pissed at getting this quest now. It would have been ideal to get this, basically we have a quest. Our quest is to wait for 3 days to get a quest. It's silly. I'm not a fan of this. It's really stupid. So yeah, we would have been many parts through this quest already if we had picked it up before heading back to Tirzo to stash everything in our storehouse. It's really stupid. Now we're basically completely prepared for the next challenge, and now they're giving us this you have to wait. It's terrible timing. And of course, it's one of those things where, you know, knowledge is power. Knowing that you're gonna get this, I guess on future runs, this would be the ideal time. Especially if you're doing this faction. I don't know if you get this wait time when going to Rissa or what's his face, Yazan. If you go and do their quests, I don't know if they give you the 3-day wait period. If they do, then it's good to know for future playthroughs. Yeah, you go up until this point, wait till they give you the wait time. And then that might be a good time to go back, visit the ley line mountain, and go get your mana, because the trek would possibly take you 3 days anyway to get that whole thing sorted, and then you come back here. And yeah, the reason I'm not going to the mountain yet is, and it's possible in future episodes I'm gonna get really pissed off at this game. Like, the temple priest told us, don't go there yet. It's likely we're gonna give you a quest in the future that'll take you to there. And I'm thinking, they ask you to wait for 3 days. This would be the ideal time to go and get your mana at the Leyline Mountain. But the priest tells you to wait, and I'm taking him on good faith that I should wait. So I'm going to wait for 3 days, and I'm expecting to get the quest from this, what's her face, Elinara, quest giver. I'm expecting that quest to say go to the mountain and get mana, or go and defeat X or Y at this mountain. Or just go back to Cherzo, you know, just any quest that'll make me go get mana. So yeah, anyway, gonna have a little rest. I've already slept for most of the day that we got this wait for 3 days quest, and I don't know if you can sleep too much in this game. Our needs, the weather is too hot. We're getting too hot, so I guess, well, it's nighttime, but I guess I'll turn off our fire just cause. Yeah, turn off the fire. Hopefully our needs will be too bad on the temperature front, you know? Oh, look at that. I guess baking a campfire. Oh, that's so stupid. So all this time I've been making campfires to, you know, just roleplay. It's like a part of setting up camp somewhere to put up a campfire. But I've been actually putting a detrimental effect to our temperature need by doing so this whole time. Also, we're gonna be slightly thirsty while waiting till the morning. Might as well rest until like midday, nearly midday. I don't care. You could probably just sleep for 3 days after you get that objective of wait for 3 days until we have a quest for you. It's really mostly me that's to blame. I really picked a terrible moment to go back and head to Cherzo Lighthouse to settle all of our storage needs. But hey, we can't see into the future, so no idea I would have got this quest for 3 days. Come on though. Improvised bedroll. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm likely gonna use it again pretty soon to sleep for another day. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck for options. Also, we've got a bunch of expirables that are just all gonna eventually expire because, yeah. Oh yeah, I did make between episodes. I did make the life potion. So to craft those, you set up a campfire, alchemy kit on top of the campfire. You need a blood mushroom, what's this thing called? Blood mushroom, a gravel beetle, and some clean water. Pretty difficult to find. I think you'd set yourself up nicely for this combo in caves. You might find a gravel beetle while mining ores that you'll find in caves, and you'll find the blood mushroom. I think I found a couple of those in the Troglodyte cave early game. I left a couple of them behind in the lighthouse, and next time I go there, I'll have to remember to bring them with me, or combine them with the gravel beetle to make some health potions. Again, an item that doesn't expire, and it restores maximum health. Wait, no it doesn't. Instantly heals some wounds. Could be useful. Looks like a good item to set to the action bar here. Right now we've got bandages as a quick healing option. You know what? I'm already going to set it to one of these action bar thingies. Let's see, action bar. I'm going to remove torch, it's not that important. Item. There. Likely we're going to trade all of this out for skills and spells and stuff, because it seems like there's a wide array of spells as well in this game that are just complementary to a melee playstyle, like a lot of berserker style buffs, spells that add damage to your next strike, add detrimental effects to the enemy on your next strike, spells that require shields, spells that require melee weapons, so it seems like there's a decent amount of like really combat-based spells in this game. Compared to, for instance, Dark Souls, where you choose a path to go, you would either go for physical damage, you'd take strength or dex, or spell damage, you'd go with faith for the lightning bolts, and you go with magic for or intellect for the magical beams, and it's a ranged playstyle. While in this game it seems that mana is going to be useful for a wide array of things. It will be useful for casting buffs to weapons, damage buffs, resistances, all kind of things, not just ranged spells. I'm especially looking forward to getting into the Chakram weapon. Looks like a very unique playstyle. Hope I'm not diversifying too much by choosing to wield a Chakram. It might be more of the ranged magic caster type of thing, and not really the paladin playstyle. We shall see.
Is there something you need?
Very expensive. Yeah, very expensive caster attire. Wow, you kind of like you can make it that you look exactly like the priest of the temple. That's crazy. Look at all those resistances though. Damage bonuses? Wait, are they resistances or damage bonuses? Oh, okay. The resistances are the same as the damage bonuses. So you've got 30% resistance to whatever elements those are, and a damage bonus to the same elements. That's cool. Damn. Seems like it's got some really good resistances on it. Interesting. Can buy some bandages off of you and alchemy kits. I'm gonna sell that one diamond that we mined earlier. Nice. Medium ruby, moderately sized precious stone with a burning red color. There we go. Hope I don't regret it later, that I need it for something else than to as vendor trash. He sells blood mushrooms, which I can use to craft potions, but doesn't look like it's really worth it. If you've got the beetles, but you need the blood mushrooms, I guess you're buying a potion at half price by purchasing blood mushrooms instead of purchasing potions, which are... Wait, you don't have healing potions. Oh yeah, you do. There it is, life potion. Oh, hold on, it's less than half price. The rage potion costs 15 silver, while the life potion costs 25 silver. So, yeah, it's 1/3 of the price if you buy a blood mushroom. And you already have the other ingredients to craft the potions. It might be even less than 1/3 of the price. It's slashed by 3 again, because I believe it takes 1 blood mushroom and 1 gravel beetle and some clean water to make 3 life potions. So yeah, that's very cost efficient, buying the ingredients for making the potion versus buying the potion itself. Stone flesh elixir. Yeah, that's expensive. A lexicon. Casting tool. Scholar staff. That's probably a melee weapon and not a casting tool, but it does help your mana cost. Curious. Surely these are one-handed, and the lexicon is an offhand weapon. I've still got a lot to learn about casting. I'd love to be traveling to the what is it, Convergence Mountain or whatever it's called. I'm just deathly worried that I'm going to be wasting time again if the quest that we're going to get in 3 days is going to lead us there anyway. A real concern of mine. Might as well drink as well. There we go. See to all our earthly needs. The effects on certain spells are really cool. Like we've got spells that give you boons. Oh yeah, here we go. So focus grants the discipline boon. The boons you can see are just flying around you. Look really cool. So casting a spell doesn't cost any mana. This one, it's just gives you a buff and a boon straight away. The buff lasts for 250 seconds. Physical damage plus 15%. That's kind of a big deal. Looks like you'd want to do that before any kind of difficult-looking combat. Any large enemies or bosses. So there's that, but also we have the boon, which is required to use certain abilities. So, I guess the more spells you have which grant boons will give you access to the spells requiring boons, and it's one of those things. A complex combat system, to say the least. What else did I see here? Oh yeah, I noticed in the skill lists you've got some tabs here that I haven't explored yet. And it kind of gives us a hint of what's coming soon. So we've got active skills, passive skills. We don't have any passive skills yet. Up to now everything we've picked up has been active skills. You start off the game with a lot of these. You have kick, fire and reload and dagger slash. You also get an extra skill dependent on the weapon you have equipped when talking with the gatekeeper in CRZO, ready to leave the town. He'll give you your equipped weapon skill. And then apparently there's also cosmetic skills. Well, I haven't found any of those yet, and it's really making me wonder what they would be. Is it anything that changes the gameplay at all? Like maybe you can change appearance and you'll fool certain enemies or NPCs? Or if it's just, as it says, just cosmetic and has no impact on the gameplay. Like you can change your appearance somehow, and it's just cosmetic. Does make me curious to see what we're going to see in the cosmetic spells list there. Okay, I believe we're a day on right now from last time, and it still says Elenara in the city of Monsoon will have tasks for you in 3 days. I'm guessing it's not going to update the quest text there until the 3 days have passed, and then we're going to get a prompt on screen saying, hey, 3 days has passed. Are you ready? Are you ready for a quest? Have you finished exploring town? Have you finished examining the surrounding area? Which, unfortunately, we had already done prior to getting this task of just waiting for 3 days.
How can I help you?
Shopkeeper Lydia, I'm sworn to carry your burdens, my lord. What do you sell? An ash filter mask. That looks like the masks those guards have been wearing for cruises. No end of trouble. You can buy another water skin. Kind of pointless. It's at some point it's just extra weight that you're carrying around. I think 2 water skins is more than enough. What's this? A wondrous shelter born of a seed which protects against the heat and refills one's thirst and hunger. This tent cannot be picked back up. Whoa, interesting. It protects against the heat and refills one's thirst and hunger. Ooh, I'd love to buy a tent like that, but for the cold, not the heat. We can get soothing tea. What got those? Oh, hello. Ooh, a new backpack type. Trader backpack. Damn. A cavernous bag with a large carrying capacity, bottomless box, but which slows you down. Movement speed minus 10%. I would gladly suffer that to have double the space, for sure. Especially since you can like drop your pack when you're going into combat situations. Man, I've also noticed there's another kind of backpack in the game that I haven't talked about yet. The Adventurer's backpack. A bag with a small carrying capacity, especially made to not interfere with the dodge. So when you're using this backpack, your dodges will be at normal speed, like you're not wearing a backpack. It is expensive to buy, and it's got 15 slots less than the Nomad backpack that you could also purchase at the very start of the game, which, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this one. The loss in space is too big of a deal to, yeah. Oh, look at this! This is a stronger lantern we have access to now. Explorer Lantern. Oil lantern that shines brightly versus, what does this one say? The old lantern. Rusty old lantern with a weak flame. Okay, that's cool. I wouldn't mind having the Explorer lantern, but we've already made a big expense buying all these spells, so I think I should hold off on spending any more coin at the moment. Maybe we'll do so again later. I'm looking if there's not any items I can sell for decent coin that I'm gonna get rid of anyway. Nah, not necessarily. Okay. So what are you, the general goods shopkeeper? I'm gonna remember that there's a better backpack that we have access to. Things are starting to get real expensive though. I'm gonna find a convenient coin farming strategy. I'm not gonna find it soon. Don't send me messages now.
Can I help you?
Okay, you're selling bread and jam. That's cool. Fishes. Cooking bread of the wilds. Man, I'm curious to know what that is. Marshmallow jelly? I want these recipes, but there's too much I want to buy and not enough cash, you know. First world problems. Actually no, that's problems everyone has. No one has ever got enough money. Even if you're rich, never enough. Money, never enough.
What can I do for you?
And I'll show you why. Oh yeah, it's Biz. Biz with the unpronounceable name. Craft me something?
Want to buy something?
Oh sweet, we got another crafting quest. You know, I don't think the silver cost is too staggering to ever really like make use of this. I'm gonna check. What does he want to craft us? You want to craft us palladium armor? I've noticed that there's I want to call it orichalcum armor, but there's ammonite armor possibly. It's using some kind of shell that can be mined on the beach in the first zone. You know, I'm just going to call it ammonite armor because I'm not sure exactly what it's called. But crafting that armor also requires pieces of palladium. So palladium seems like it's the next step in armor strength. So I can see a use for giving him this vast amount of cash.
What can I do for you? Want to buy something?
Yeah, very expensive. Even more expensive than the blue sand armor from the first village. Never mind.
What can I do for you?
Got any new interesting weapons I can get? A brutal club. Oh, curious. Oh, this looks like the weapon that what's his face was using. Palladium claymore. Yeah, god damn it. I forget his name. Well, forget it. Silver helmet, silver armor, silver boots, all look very expensive. They're cheaper than the stuff you can ask him to craft though. I wonder if there's, how they hold up compared to one another. He's selling the weaker bow, the iron gear that he's selling is kind of the same as you'd buy in the first town. First town has access to the iron sword, axe, iron mace, claymore, great axe? I don't know about this one. Iron pick? I'm not sure. Yeah, but definitely some of those weapons can be bought in the first village's store as well. So gold lich items can be learnt from him. Photosaur spear. Oh, Phytosaur spear. Interesting. I wonder. Scaled leather boots, scaled leather attire, scaled leather satchel. Okay. Tripwire trap. You know what? I'm gonna purchase one of these. I'm gonna purchase the scaled leather boots blueprint just to find out what it costs and see if we have any chance of making it to kind of upgrade our armor a little bit. Oh yeah, it's warning us that we're leaving without finishing our transaction. That's cool. I like that warning. Very scores a lot of quality of life points. That. Okay, so we don't need a crafting station to find out what that costs. Let's see. Ammolite, that's what it's called. Ammolite armor. It's decent. It's got a lot of cold weather resistance, which would come in handy. It requires padded armor, however, which we don't have access to, and we also don't have any palladium scraps. Where do you get this? It doesn't say. Okay, bang, axe, makeshift leather stuff. Actually, we can't tell how strong it is in comparison to the gear we're wearing. It looks very basic. I've got a feeling it looks not that cool. It's got more cold weather. Wait, how much cold weather defense? It's got 10 cold weather defense. Okay. The worker boots versus the makeshift leather boots. 3 cold weather defense versus 5 cold weather defense. So the whole set kind of gives you more cold weather defense. And I don't think we're wearing a hat. So we have no... Oh wait, yeah, we are wearing a hat. In fact, the hat we're wearing has the same cold weather resistance. Yeah, we can gain a little bit of resistance to the cold by making a makeshift leather set, but I don't want to make it. I want to make the next one in the run. What is it? Oh shit, that's right. I haven't learned it yet. We're just holding on to the blueprint. Whoopsie. My bad. So, boots. Boots. Ah, there it is. Alrighty. Scaled leather boots. Durability, impact resistance, all kinds of resistances. That 5 number there is like poison resistance? Possibly? It costs any basic boots and scaled leather times 2 predator bones. I think you can just easily farm up the scaled leather on those smaller dinosaurs outside, the less dangerous ones. You know what? I might do that between episodes while I'm waiting for the time to pass. Try and farm up a little bit of scaled leather, get some predator bones, scaled leather, and try and make at least the scaled leather boots and scaled leather chest armor before next episode. See what we get from the quest. After you wait 3 days, we'll give you this quest, which is not going to be a quest that doesn't send you to the Mountain of Mana. Yeah, I'm gonna be salty if that quest doesn't lead me straight to that Mana Mountain, because these 3 days would have also been an ideal time to go to get some mana. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. It's whatever. We're kind of stuck in limbo here for our equipment burden. Like, I want my house so I can stash away all this stuff, and they're just grinding away at my patience. I'm gonna pick up the...
What can I do for you?
brass shop. I'm sure the armor doesn't look too crappy, so I'm gonna buy the chest as well. Crafting scaled leather attire. You know what? I'll buy the attire and the satchel as well, just because I'm curious to see... Yeah, what it does. No. Yes. Okay. And we've got a minute left for the episode, it seems. So I'm going to quickly go through here, learn that, and at least show off what the satchel costs to have something, if I can find it. Torch. There it is. No, that's not it. There we are. Scaled satchel. Here we have it. Capacity 60. And which does not restrict your dodge. Ooh, very, very nice. Can we make this? Yes, easy. Yeah, I'll make that till next episode. Cool. That's it for now. See you next time. Take care.